Hello, everyone. Former President Muhammadu Buhari said that he's a tribalist. He knows how to do nepotism and all of that. And for 8 years, he did whatever he wanted to do, how he wanted to do, the way he wanted to do it. A lot of, Northerners were appointed, not necessarily Hausas, but more like Northerners. You had Hausas, you had Fulanis, you had Kanuris, but most of the key positions were actually occupied by Northerners. And a lot of people complained about this and said that, look, this is wrong, especially in a nation that talks about federal character a lot, to the extent that we have federal character in the Constitution. And this is exactly the very reason why that was done, so that you don't have one tribe dominate, or some few tribes dominate others and exclude others from appointment. And although federal character in some ways have also been blamed in ensuring that people who are not deserving of position get into positions. But this one now, I'm not going to talk about the reason why I brought in Buhari is because to give you context. So Tinubu said to Buhari, hold my coffee, you don't know how to do it. Now it's Yorubanization of, how do I put it now, of appointments. Tinubu's Yorubanization of appointment. This, in the case of Tinubu, is not necessarily about South. In the case of Muhammadu Buhari, he tried to make it more like a northern thing when you're having, whether the Kanuris, the Hausas, the Fulanis, and others, from the northern part of the country, but it was more from the northern part of the country. In the case of Tinubu, he's not making it a southern thing where you say people like you put in Igbos, Yorubas, all those Niger Deltas and all of that. No, he is categorically, making it a Yoruba thing, and he's not apologetic about it. A lot of people have been raising concerns, a lot of people have been saying a whole lot, but of course, Tinubu is deaf to whatever it is that people are saying. So just to have a context, I saw this list going on. It says some officials of the federal government of Nigeria under Tinubu. And then he said, this is a non-exhaustive list of Yorubas in the government of Tinubu. Yoruba local? That's the question that the person is asking. Yes, when it comes to working, merit should be the number one, irrespective of what the tribe that the person is from. And I am not one to really focus on where somebody's tribe is from. If we have people who are the most competent coming from that whole place, which will look a bit odd to say that it is only people from those people that places that are competent, then hey, it's basically about getting the things that will work for Nigeria. But when you have literally such number of people, different key positions coming from one tribe, and very incompetent at that, if they were doing such amazing work, nobody will really bother that they are Yorubas or anything. Just like, okay, whatever they are, at least they are working. Sure, they are working. Are they not working? There's something like that. These people are very incompetent. You mean the failures among failures. So it's really not about the job. It's just about tribalism, nepotism, and all of that. So let's start with the person who is currently occupying the office of the president, even though illegitimately. We have Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Then we have the Chief Justice of Nigeria, so Bola Ahmed Tinubu is Yoruba. We have the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Kudirat Motomori Olatokunbo Kekere Ekun, Yoruba. I think in the case of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, that is just per happenstance that she happens to be Yoruba. It wasn't about Tinubu appointing her. She was the most senior of the people to take in that position. So in that case, it shouldn't be. It's not part of the appointment. Then you have Olufemi the Chief of Army Staff is also Yoruba. Olufemi Olabutosun Oyulede. You remember we just lost this last year, 2024. We lost the Chief of Army Staff who had died after some illness. He was also Yoruba, and of course he was replaced again by a Yoruba person. You have the Inspector General of Police also being Yoruba, Kayode Egbetokun. You have the DG of Department of State Services, Adeola Oluwatosin Ajayi, also Yoruba. You have the Commander, Brigade of Guards, Adebisi Olusola Onasanya, Yoruba. You have the Chief of Defense Space Administration, Lare Ibrahim Oluwatoyin, Yoruba. You have Commandant, National Defense College, Olumuyiwa Morakiyo Olotu. You have the CG, I think the Commandant, is it? Controller General of the Nigeria Customs Service is also Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, Yoruba. You have the CG, Federal Fire Service, and this is Abdulganiyu Olola Jaji, Yoruba. You have the Accountant General of the Federation, Oluwatoyin Sakirat Medin, Yoruba. You have the Governor, Central Bank of Nigeria, and that is Olayemi Michael Cardoso, Yoruba. You have the Chairman, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Olanipeku Olukoyede, Yoruba. You have the Chairman, Federal Inland Revenue Service, Zykios Adelabu Adedeji, Yoruba. You have the CCE, Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, Gbenga Komolafe, Yoruba. You have the MD/CEO, Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria, that's AMCON, Gbenga Alade, Yoruba. You have DG, National Pension Commission, Omolola Bridget Oloworara, Yoruba. You have the DG, Bureau of Public Procurement, Adebowale Adedokun, Yoruba. You have MD CEO of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, Olubunmi Oluwaseun Kuku, Yoruba. You have DG, Bureau of Public Enterprise, Ayodeji Ariyo Gbeleyi, Yoruba. You have MD CEO, Nigeria Export Processing Zones Authority, Olufemi Ogunyemi, Yoruba. Just to mention before I continue with the list is long. I'm just starting, so hold your seat very well. We're going to list them. There are some appointments that really it's perhaps that they happen to be Yoruba. It's not that it was deliberate. There are some that were deliberately chosen to be Yorubas more. Then there are some that like the what's this now? The AGF? No, not the AGF. What do you call that? The Chief Justice, CJN, Chief Justice of Nigeria. It could have been anybody, just by it was the turn, the age that they have gotten to the most senior, and that happened to be a Yoruba. But we have more that are deliberately being put there because of their tribe by Tinubu. I told you it's long. Commissioner CEO, National Insurance Commission, Olusegun Ayo Omoseyin, Yoruba. DG CEO, National Identity Management Commission, Abisoye Koka Odu Sote. DG CEO, National Space Research and Development Agency, Matthew Adepoju. DG CEO, National Center for Technology Management, Olushola Odusanya. DG CEO, National Automotive Design and Development Council, Oluwemiwo Joseph Osanipin. Chairman, Nigerian Ports Authority Board, Adedayo Clement Adeyeye. MD, Federal Housing Authority, Oladimeji Oyetunde Ojo. MD, Federal Housing Authority, Oladimeji. Okay, I've said that. And then we have the ES, National Lottery Trust Fund. What's the name? Tosin Adeyonju. Then we have the National DG, CEO, National Lottery Regulatory Commission, Lare Gbajabiamila, Yoruba. You have the CEO, Nigerian Postal Service, Omotola Odeyemi, Yoruba. You have CEO, Nigeria Data Protection Commission, Vincent Olatuji, Yoruba. We have MD, CEO, Galaxy Backbone Limited. Okay, why is that here? Because that looks like is that Ibrahim Adepoju Adeyanju, Yoruba? Is that a public office? Is that a government-owned something, or so I don't know why that is there. You have DGCEO, National Biosafety Management Agency, Agnes Yemisi Asagbara. You have DG, National Agency for the Control of AIDS. Temitope Ilori, Yoruba. You have DG, National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, that's NAFDAC, Mojisola Christiana Adeyeye, also Yoruba. You would also have ESCEO, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Muyi Aina, Yoruba. You have DG, Nigeria Center for Disease Control, Jide Idris, Yoruba. You have Statistician General, National Bureau of Statistics, Adeyemi Adeniran. You have the ES, National Sugar Development Council, and that's Kamar Bakri, Yoruba. You have DGCEO, Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, Lekon Fadolapo, Yoruba. You have EVC CEO, Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, Olatunji Bello, Yoruba. You have National Coordinator, National Social Safety Net Coordinating Office, Fumi Olotu, Yoruba. You have DG, National Sports Commission, Bukola Olawale Olapade, Yoruba. And you have the Nigerian DG, Nigerian Tourism Development Corporation, Folorun Shokoka, Yoruba. And then also DGC and the CEO, National Orientation Agency, Lanre Isa Onilu. Guess what? It's also Yoruba. I told you I just got started. I'm still on it, and you're going to hear more names coming from this. You have the Registrar Surveyors Council of Nigeria, Olakunle Olugbemiro, Yoruba. I think we need to have a music. Da 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 Yoruba, da 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 Yoruba, da 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 Yoruba, da 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 Yoruba. So that everybody be the Yoruba. Anyway, for those who are saying this and think this is normal, don't worry. Isn't that what Buhari was doing his own? He was feeling cool. Now, is it not this thing? Injustice to one is injustice to all. It will go around and meet everybody. Okay, we have President, CEO, Digital Bridge Institute, Opeyemi Dele Ajayi, Yoruba. We have DG CEO, Industrial Training Fund, Oluwatoyin Afizogun, Yoruba. We have DG CEO, Nigeria Institute of Medical Research, John Oladapo Obafunwa, Yoruba. We have DG CEO, National Institute for Hospitality and Tourism, Abisoye Fagade, Yoruba. We have National Power Training Institute of Nigeria, Ahmed Bolaji Nagode, Yoruba. We have DG, National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, Ayo Omotayo, Yoruba. We have administrators, that CEO, Public Service Institute of Nigeria, Abdulganiyu Obatoyinbo, Yoruba. You have Registrar, Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, known as JAMB, Ishaq Olarewaju Oloyede, Yoruba. You have Registrar CEO, Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, Josiah Ajiboye. I know you're tired. The video is so long. The names are endless. But hey, if you're tired just watching this video, imagine how Nigeria as a country is tired of this lopsidedness in the appointments to federal, positions. I don't know whether I've told you of the Registrar CEO, Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria. His name is Joshua Ajiboye, and not surprisingly, he's also Yoruba. MD CEO, Nigerian Education Loan Fund, Akintunde Sawyer, Yoruba. ED CEO, Koko Research Institute of Nigeria, Patrick Olusani Adebola, Yoruba. MD CEO, Nigerian Agricultural Insurance Corporation, Folashade Joseph, Yoruba. Minister of Petroleum Resources, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Yoruba. So the next names I'm going to call, we are almost getting to the end. Calm down, we are almost at the end. The next names I'm going to call are ministers. And so I'm going to count what is remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 ministerial positions here that are occupied by Yorubas. Remember that constitutionally, we must have at least 6 that are Yorubas, because we have 6 let's say even 7, because Kwara is mostly is Yoruba, even though, let's say 7, even though the name, even though Kwara falls on the northern part of the country, it's a Yoruba dominated state. So constitutionally, we're supposed to have 7, because remember, the constitution insists that one minister must come from each state of the federation. So but then we still have more. So you have Minister of Petroleum Resources Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Yoruba. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy Wale Edu, Yoruba. Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, Yoruba. Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi, Yoruba. Minister of Power Adebayo Adelabu, Yoruba. Minister of Solid Minerals Development Dele Alake, Yoruba. Minister of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy Bosu Tijani, Yoruba. Minister of Marine and Blue Economy Adegboyega Oyetola, Yoruba. Minister of Industry, Trade, Investment Jumoke Oduwole, Yoruba. Minister of Education Morufu Olatunji Alausa, Yoruba. Minister for Youth Development Ayodele Olawande, Yoruba. And finally, Minister of State Health Salako Isaac Adekunle Adeboye, and none other than, you know the place is for guests. Okay, Yoruba. That's it. Yorubanization under Tinubu. You see all that name, everything going on, and it's there. First of all, it's all about merit. Merit, some people will say, if they were working fantastically well, people will not even remember that they are in their tribe. But these are failures of failures, and they're occupying these offices. And they are all from one tribe, not from the southern part of the country. Yeah, they are all from the southern part of the country, most of them. But it's not evenly, it's from one tribe. That's it. Thank you for watching.